If you need some help when you're in the cargo area of your 2021 or newer Ford Bronco and simply just a place to set things down or work on, this RedRock Tailgate Table is a mod that you should be checking out. Now, this is a modification-free way to add some extra utility to the back, which is perfect if you need to free up your hands and place down your tools, your drink, or other things, as well as being a great workable space for any camping situations or any other situations that you would need it for. It also doubles as a storage solution if you are looking for some multi-use mods to make your life easier every day. This kit features a foldable, low-profile 15 by 27 inch table that pops down whenever you need to use it. Now, it can be used in conjunction with a kitchen setup for camping purposes, a place to set down your tools if you're working on your Bronco, and even just a spot to hold your drink at the tailgate. Now, when folded, it also doubles as a molle panel, as you can see here. So you can add molle bags or any other accessories to make this a great organizational tool and a storage tool along with the table function. Now, this table and all of the brackets in the kit are made of a laser cut steel, so it's on the thinner side. It's lightweight, yet it's very durable to hold up to whatever use and abuse that it will see over time. Now, on top of the table and mounting brackets, this also has a textured powder coat finish, protecting it further from scratching and the elements whenever you have the tailgate open or the top off. Now, when folded down, it is suspended by these tough steel cables, and the kit comes with all the necessary hardware for a no drill and no cut install. Now, pricing on this is very affordable, coming in at roughly $200. Now, comparing this to others in the category, again, it has the dual function of the space on the back of the table for storage when it's folded, and it keeps the install bolt in, as to where others may not include those two features if they are important to your setup. Now, it also keeps it simple with the design elements of the table itself if you want a table that has a no-fuss build, yet a reliable one. Install here is a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking about an hour or so to get this fully set up. Now, at this point, I'm going to hand it over to one of our installers, and they're going to show you a detailed breakdown on how you can get this installed on your Bronco at home. So that wraps it up for my review. Let's go ahead and get to the install.
For this install, you need a ratchet, 10mm socket, 10mm wrench, 2.5 and 4mm Allen wrench, and a trim panel removal tool. All right, today we're going to be installing a tailgate table on our Bronco. So let's get started. So to start, we do need to remove our top panel and our tailgate here. So I'm gonna grab a trim panel removal tool, release all of our tabs from the bottom. And we can just pull this out of the way. So now we're gonna install 2 brackets, one on either side in these 2 slots. You'll see the bracket with the 2 threaded nuts on the back side. We have our small Allen bolts with a flat washer, and then we have our threaded plate on the back side. These are going to go through our 2 slots and then turn them and tighten them down with our Allen key. We'll get these in here. Grab our supplied Allen key. If you need to, pull back on it. That'll help get it tight. Now, you can either use our supplied Allen key, or I have a 2.5mm Allen wrench. Just makes it a little bit easier. Now I'm going to keep this about centered. You may need to adjust this a little bit, but that's not that big of a deal. Now you can go ahead and repeat the same thing with the other bracket on the other side right here. So next we're going to get ready to put our bracket on, our plate that goes onto our brackets. Now I have our foam strip here. It's going to go on the top side here where you see your bolt heads. You'll see the cutout in the foam strip that goes over it. So we'll pull our protective backing off and then stick this on. So we'll get this started and just work our way across. So now we're going to install our panel over our brackets that we just put on. I have our M6 bolt with a lock washer and flat washer. So I'm going to these 4 holes through to our brackets. So I'll go ahead and get these started with my 4mm Allen wrench. And get the 2 on the other side. And go ahead and tighten these all the way down. Now we have our lower bracket. Now make sure they come out like an L facing bottom. Now they're gonna go in like the top brackets. We have our M6 hex bolt with our washer plate on the back. It's gonna slide into this slot and then tighten them down. Grab our ratchet 10mm socket, tighten it down. So now we have our tabletop here. Now you'll see the flat surface on top. We have our two bottom holes, one on either side. We're going to get our M6 Allen bolts with flat washers and then lock washers on the inside. This is definitely a little awkward. We'll just get these through. Just gonna get these loosely installed, and then we can attach our cables just to make it a little bit easier to tighten everything down. So as I have our table actually hooked up on our latches up here just to help hold it in place, we're gonna grab our 4mm Allen wrench and our 10mm wrench and tighten these bottom bolts down. All right, let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Next, we can get our cable attached. Now it's gonna go into our top hole here. When we mount it, we're basically gonna wanna mount it pointing towards the tailgate, because when this folds down, it's gonna be hanging like so. So we'll get our Allen bolt with a flat washer, put that through, another flat washer, and then our locking nut on the inside. All right, now we're actually going to swing this down. Makes it a lot easier to tighten it down. We'll grab our ratchet 10mm socket for the inside for the nut and hold it with our 4mm Allen wrench. That just helps us get that right angle. We can put this back up, get our molle panel on. Now we're gonna install our molle panel. Now you'll see the two cutouts up top. That's for our nuts for our cables. And we're gonna set this in place. There are 3 threaded holes on each side. So we're gonna get this set in place. And thread in our supplied 10mm nuts or bolts with the washers on them. Just gonna thread them in all around, then grab a ratchet and socket, tighten those down. Let's go ahead, thread the rest of them in, then we'll tighten them down. Now we're gonna grab our ratchet and 10mm socket, tighten all these down. Just wanna go over, you don't use all the holes. The 2 threaded holes right under the cables, just leave empty. And that wraps up our install of our RedRock Tailgate Table for a 2021 and newer Bronco. And remember, for everything Bronco, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.